Hello again, and welcome to the PM Talk Show. This is Pat Marsh, your host. We're out here on beautiful Miller Lake, and we ask that you pardon our growth because we're doing bigger and better things at Channel 17. But today with us, we have a guest who's a member of the North Shore elected black officials, and they have some exciting things going on referencing Tuesday students. And I'm speaking of none other than Bishop Soule. How are you today?
Doing well, Pat. Thank you.
Good.
Pleasure to be with you and the listening audience.
Thank you for coming. I understand that you all have a debate team, so I want you to get the word out to the public. What it is, what are you debating on? Why is it important for kids to get involved in this facet of education?
It is critically important, as many of our listening audience knows, the ability to speak, to be able to articulate an argument, to be able to speak on today's issues,
Right.
are absolutely critical. And our young people are facing a myriad of issues, and they're talking. And some people are listening, and some people are not.
Right.
So we want to give them a forum to voice their opinion. So we thought we would do it in a constructive, positive manner, and thus we created a debate league. And that league consists of Tangible Hoa, and the team is called the Tangi Titans.
Okay.
But we need to fill up the team. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we also have St. Helena, we have Washington Parish, and St. Tammany. We hosted an exhibition debate last month in St. Helena, just to get the young people used to debating, and it was electrifying.
Yeah.
It was a powerful moment, and we want all the young people to participate. Seniors, juniors, sophomore, freshmen, there's still time for them to sign up and participate in the debate.
Well, I came in on it right after the kids stopped their debate because I had a previous meeting that day. But the part that I did see was really, as you said, electrifying. And to see the looks on their faces, it was really phenomenal because it made them feel, wow, I'm a part of something now. And you're talking about kids who maybe never even had been in a debate, let alone heard about the idea of one happening. So when you look at the North Shore elected officials, what brought and who brought that idea to the table?
Well, one of the things that we notice throughout, and we are a faith-based organization, and many of our members attend churches, and you know, in the church, a lot of times during the Sunday school hour, we have a review, and we have our young people come up to do the review, and we noticed that our young people couldn't even do a 30-second 60-second Sunday school review. They're fidgety, their hands on their heads, they're fumbling, and some of these are high school students. And if they're doing that at this level, what's going to happen when they get an interview?
How receptive, probably the same thing to answer your question, probably the same thing, but when you look at the parents who are involved now, how did you actively get them involved in this?
Well, I think their children got them involved.
Okay.
And the premise behind this, you remember the movie years ago, The Great Debaters, Denzel Washington.
Yes.
That is the premise of our debate league. We see this as a tool to augment our education system. We're not trying to take over what the school system is doing, what the teachers are doing, what parents are doing, but we realize that this component is something that will help the young people and carry them throughout their life. As a matter of fact, colleges give scholarships for debate.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And so in year 2, this league will join the National High School Debate Association, and when the college recruiters go around visiting these various leagues, and they're all over the country, they will start to visit our league, and our kids will be exposed to those universities and colleges who offer debate scholarships.
Okay, what is the GPA? I'm sure there is one for people who are involved in debate teams before the scholarships come, so how does that work?
And that's the unique thing about this debate league. We don't have a GPA requirement because a lot of times the young person that we're trying to reach is the person in the back of the room who's just willing to stay in the shadows and not really push themselves. And we hope that through this debate league, because all our young people like to talk, you know that.
Yeah.
They all like to talk. So if we can channel their talking into something positive, we think it can also jumpstart their academic progress and help them to move. So the debate league is open to any school-age student. When we say school-age, that's public school, private school, charter school, and no school.
Okay.
Any child at school age is eligible to be on this debate league. We have it structured by classes, senior, junior, sophomore, and freshman.
Okay, so that was the gist of what was on the stage when I got there.
You had the senior class of St. Helena and St. Tammany, and they went at it.
And you all had to get to. But nothing's wrong with that. We'll just get you at the next one.
Which is, I'm glad you said that, because this is a league. And so September 26th at the St. Tammany School Administrative Building, it's the fourth Saturday, 1 o'clock, is the next debate.
Okay.
And they get to go at it again.
Okay. Can you walk us through that day for the students from the time they got there until the time they finished the debate?
Yeah, they arrived, you know, like any other extracurricular activity, football, basketball, they get there an hour early and they get used to the setup and see where they're going to be presenting. And then, like most young people, they eat.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the teams are separated in the staging area, and coaches are going over their presentations, just like any other extracurricular activity, going over the game plan. And debate is just like any other sport. There's a lot of preparation that goes into debate, which augments their academic efforts. There is research, there is writing, there is speaking, and they practice this. And then they may have the affirmative, which means they are for a position, and so they have to come up with all of the critical data that supports that position, or they may have the negative, and that is to refute the affirmative position. And so they have to come up with all that data to refute that position. And the key issue that we are talking about are issues that our young people want to talk about. So the first debate talked about same-sex classes, all male, all female.
Okay.
And it was good.
Okay, which outweighed which? Because I wasn't there, but I wondered.
It was hard. It was literally a sparring match with words.
Okay.
And the St. Tammany team won, but the St. Helena team came back with some real counterpunches. Okay. And they really had some really strong arguments as to why we shouldn't. And St. Tammany had some really strong arguments as to why we should. I would say the crux of the arguments for each on the St. Tammany side was one, that it was voluntary. Okay, so it was voluntary, and it took a lot of distractions out of the classrooms when you have co-ed. Young men, young women are always going to be interested in young men, young women. That brings a lot of distraction. Okay, especially when you got those kind of hormones. Okay,
Yeah.
Right? But on the flip side, the negative position was that we're going to have to live in a world that's co-ed.
Right.
And so are we really setting ourselves up for the real world?
Right.
So it was good. It was really good.
I hate I missed it, but I will be at the next one.
Well, we invite the community to come, you know, just like we go to Friday Night Lights and we get all crazy about football, and I'm a football fan, and we go to basketball games. We want the community to come and hear these young people talk about issues that are relevant to them and to the academic world and to the community at large.
Okay, a couple of things. Let's go back to the scholarship.
Yeah.
The question that I asked was referencing colleges.
Yes.
Asking, I said GPA, but ACT scores come into place, and that would be a requirement too, right?
Absolutely. For any student, I think it's 21 is the minimum now for college.
At some colleges,
some
are high as 24.
You're right. But and then for the debate league, I'm sure like any other not D1, but any other athletic scholarship program, there is a grade requirement, probably 2.0 with a certain level of ACT scores, 2.5, then there's a certain level. But no matter what you do, this debate league will help you be a better student.
Right, of course, because of the reading.
Yes.
Of course of the reading. We're going to take a break now and come back for part 2.
Thank you.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Welcome back to the PM Talk Show. This is Pat Morris, your host, and we have with us Bishop Soule, who's a member of the North Shore Black elected officials, and we're talking about, before the break, a debate team that the organization has begun among a 3-parish area, right? Four, okay.
Yes.
What parishes?
St. Helena, Washington, St. Tammany, and your very own Tangy Titans.
All right.
The Tangy Titans.
Yeah, we gotta bring the trophy home.
And there is a trophy, and I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because somebody is walking away with bragging rights at the end of the league. And that trophy stays in that parish and is displayed in some prominent area.
So you got a little bit of, about that much bragging rights from St. Tammany
No,
now.
well, that didn't count. That was an exhibition. So this
Okay,
is
so that one doesn't count.
That one doesn't count. But
Okay.
the one in September 26th,
Okay.
that one starts to count.
Okay.
And the teams are given points, and whoever ends up with the most points at the end of the season. And so the first group to debate is going to be the seniors, and they'll debate again in September. And then the juniors will debate in October. And then our sophomores will debate in January. And our freshmen will debate in February. And then we'll add up all the points. So you just can't have one group that's strong. You got to have all the teams that are strong to get the most points.
Okay, let me ask you this then. You have 4 parishes, which means 4 teams, right? The one in September, will each of the 4 parishes participate that day?
That is our goal and our hope, and we are beating the streets of Tangipahoa to get at least 3 seniors, 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
to be willing to debate. We have a wonderful volunteer from Southeastern Louisiana University who's going to help coach, and that's Dr. Selena Eccles.
Yeah,
she
she's
is
good.
fantastic.
She's good.
She was at the debate. She's chomping at the bit, ready to go.
Yeah.
So all we need is 3 seniors
Okay.
to start practicing for the September 26th debate.
And that's high school seniors?
High school
or,
seniors.
Okay.
High school
only,
seniors.
right?
High school seniors,
Okay.
right. But we still need the juniors because they're going to debate in October, and we need the sophomores, and we need the freshmen. So we need the whole team.
Yeah.
And the team is 5 persons, okay? But what happens during debate, you have 3 active debaters and you have 2 alternates. So the way our debate works out is we have 4 teams, we have 2 halves. And so the team that debates, the first 3 students that debate the first half, 2 of them will sit out the second half, and the alternates will debate.
Okay.
So that way everybody
Everybody
gets
gets
to
an
debate
opportunity,
at
yeah.
the match.
Right, right. So when you look at, who are the, I guess I want to call them leaders or coaches,
Yes.
other than Dr. Eccles?
Yes. Well, we're again, we have a structure where we have a chair and a co-chair of the league. Our chair was Osa Bess Williams because of her campaign.
Yeah.
She's not able to fulfill the time that we need, and so Dr. Robert Martin has agreed to step in and to be the chair, and we're still looking for co-chairs. We're still looking for coaches. Dr. Eccles is the only one we had. We need at least 3 coaches. We need at least 3 judges, and you saw them on the ground. They were scoring their debate, and the way it works, 1 judge from each parish at the debate scoring. So, and then we had a moderator. We need at least 3. And on top of all of that, we need to raise some money. Like you said, we're growing. We want to make sure that our young people have some rewards at the end of this league.
Exactly.
And we want to give them something tangible besides atta girl, atta boy.
Yeah, it encourages them.
Yes.
Kind of like if you have somebody playing music in your church and I sure enjoyed you.
Yes.
You won't have them long. You really won't.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So we do have a budget. of about $26,000 that covers all 4 parishes. We do have fundraising committees for each parish that's reaching out to the community at large. The North Shore Black Elected Officials Coalition and Associate is a 501c3, so it is tax deductible, and there are no administrative costs. This is a all volunteer effort. Every dollar goes to the program and to the kids.
Kind of like the NAACP. Let me ask you this, the criteria for becoming a judge or a coach, can you talk about that?
Well, it's really simple. Willing to work. Because we all got to learn. We haven't done a debate. So we're all learning at the same time. Now, we do have a manual rules of engagement that explains the whole debate process.
That's what I was trying to get to.
And then we go on YouTube. We love YouTube. YouTube's a great resource. So you can look at debates. You can look at judges judging debates. You can look at moderators. And so we have all of those tools in hand, and we meet and our co-chairs and chairs meet to make sure our coaches, our judges, and moderators understand their role. And then you can reach out to your counterparts in the other parishes. So even though we're competitive, we're still collegial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at the attitudes of the students that first go around in St. Helena Parish, in one word, describe what they felt at the end.
Confidence.
Okay. Great.
And speaking of, I had the opportunity to go back to St. Helena last week to speak to the senior class. And some of the debaters were there, and I acknowledged them and spoke to them and just thanked them for their effort. Because it's not easy to get up in front of an audience and speak.
Right.
Okay. And to speak about something that you're not totally comfortable with, because they only have 30 days. They only get 30 days to do the research and write and present and fine tune it. So they only get 30 days. And then on top of that, they got all of the other schoolwork. And some of them are athletes, so they got schoolwork plus their other sports. But they're willing to do it because they see an opportunity to express themselves and be heard. And it was videotaped.
Okay, yeah, I saw that, Mr. Pons.
Yes.
Can I ask you this? How receptive is your organization to allowing kids to come in before, like a few minutes before the debate starts, to talk about that experience that may help to draw other kids into it?
We're open to all PR, okay? And that's some of the best outreach, is to have the young people talk about it. And I guarantee you, those young people from St. Helena and St. Tammany, when they went back to school and talked to their schoolmates, and then when they see this video that's getting ready to come up, they're going to be excited. They're going to want to participate.
And I think that was a good thing. And when you look at the new facility, the confidence that just that facility gave to the kids. When I walked on campus, this wasn't like this the last time I was out here. But to see it now, when I first saw it, I was thinking about a Ponchatoula High, because that's what it reminded me of.
Right, the venue was simply wonderful. It was conducive for learning and speaking, and also we wanted to be fun. And it was fun for the young people. They truly enjoyed, their parents truly enjoyed seeing their child up there on stage having a strong argument in a positive manner on a critical position. Right.
One parent actually about 3 parents walked up as they were going out, and they said, "Thank you so much for coming. This has done so much for my child's confidence." And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
And that's what we need the community to know, that this debate league is about supporting our children. It's not about the North Shore Black Elected Officials Coalition Association. It's not about some other hidden agenda. We have one agenda: support our children. These are our children. They may not live in our parish, but they're still our children. We have a village concept in our community, and the village concept is true.
And it's not just black kids, because I saw white kids up there as well.
Absolutely. And so we have to understand that we live supposedly in a colorblind society. I wonder when we are going to live up to that.
Yeah.
It's 2015. Come on.
Exactly.
It's about the children. And if you are an educator, you are an administrator, I don't know how you cannot support. If you're a school superintendent, I don't know how you cannot support this debate league and say that you care about kids.
What is the support like in your parish, St. Tammany?
Oh, please. Our superintendent, Trey Folks, is doing monkey flips.
Okay.
He created a YouTube PSA. He gave us the school resources to create a YouTube PSA. He was the first one to commit his school supervisor to doing outreach in the schools.
Really?
Yes, in the schools.
Okay.
And then he pledged the school complex to host a debate.
Wow.
I mean, just you couldn't ask for more of a community partner.
Exactly.
And that's what we need from our school system, to be a community partner, because we know that the schools can't do it all.
Right.
And there are organizations outside of school who support the school's vision and mission and the kids that come, and they can help. And we're one of those organizations.
Right, hence the whole village coming together to raise one child.
Absolutely.
What about your pastors, black and white, in your area?
Well, again, we hope that our pastors would see this, because again, that's where it started, at the Sunday School Review.
Exactly.
And we spoke to several pastors, and I can say several pastors here in Tangible Hub have stepped up, white, black, Pastor Sandberg over in Springfield.
Okay.
Who does the home charter school?
Yeah.
He's reaching out. Pastor Funches up in Tangible Village, Pastor Showers in Independence, Pastor Bush. I mean, the pastors are seeing the value of this. And Pastor at First Presbyterian, I forgot his name, but Dr. Martin spoke with him.
Right.
And so they see it, and they're bringing their kids to see it. And well, do I like it? Do I want to get him? I think I can do better than that. Oh, look at him, look at her. And that's what we want. Well, then get up there.
Yeah.
Get up there. There's room for you.
I tell you what, it sounds exciting. I know that it is exciting because I'm a children do something for them person.
Yes.
And do it in a positive way, because after all, they are our future. And if we don't prepare them, then they're going to come into a society ill-prepared, and there's no telling what will happen.
We're in a global market.
Yes.
Okay? And despite, you know, the successes of our individual school systems, when you step outside of Louisiana, okay, and look at school systems across America, and I'm not talking about curriculum or any of that foolishness. I'm not going to say foolishness, but all of those things we've been arguing over. Okay?
Right.
I'm not talking about that. At the end of the day, our children are competing against children who are nailing 27 and 25 on the ACT.
30 students. Although we have a few that do it here, it's just not enough.
Right, and so
could be more.
So we have to be more global when we think about, you know, where our children are going to be going into the market, and then, you know, when you add the international market.
Right.
Because, you know, we've lost science and math.
Yeah.
We don't have that anymore. We used to be at the top. We're not even in the top 10, I think, anymore.
No, we're not. We're not. And we need to do something about that, ladies and gentlemen, pastors, superintendents. We just need to do it. Just do it, because it's saving our kids. And if we save our kids, then we save our country. We save jobs and people who want to come here. Jobs won't have to be outsourced like they're doing now. But long litany of things that we need to do. So do you have any closing comments?
If you're interested in the Tangi Titans, that's the team we're coming to talk about today. Your team, the Tangi Titans. Please call 985-248-9595. That's 985-248-9595. Call us, let us know that you have a debater. If you're interested in being a coach, a judge, a moderator, a fundraiser, call us. You can also visit us on the web at North Shore Black Elected Officials Coalition.org. That's all one word, North Shore Black Elected Officials Coalition.org. Drop us a line. We look forward to you working with us. We look more importantly forward to working with your debater.
Well, we want to thank you for coming, and I want to give you warning now. Look out.
Tangi Titans are coming.
Yeah, we coming with bragging rights too. Not that Saturday, but in subsequent Saturdays, because we want the trophy right here.
Well,
I know y'all do, but
yeah, we wanted to.
we got to take it.
We'll
We
meet
gotta
you on
take it.
stage.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you got a deal.
Thank you.
All righty. Thank you for joining the PM Talk Show. This is Pat Marsh, your host. We want you to remember that knowledge is powerful. It does matter. Thank you for continuing to join us. Have a great week, and God bless.
Thank you.